up, everybody? Good morning. This is a real talk video. Not really just me talking, real talk. Hope everybody's doing good today. One, I want to say the trolls are back. To the trolls, thank you for your attention. My last video, I spoke about another way to qualify your loads, another part of the qualification for your loads. And this troll comes on talking about you don't do 34s. Who said anything about 34s? If you actually take time to watch my videos, I do talk about taking 34s. But the reality is, how somebody chooses to run their vehicle in their business is their business. I'm not driving these trucks for other people. So when you hear me talk about the potential means this can happen. Potential does not mean this is the way it actually is. And the reason why it's not what it actually is because everybody runs their truck differently. Everybody runs their truck the way they want to run it. Me, myself, for example, I run two trucker GPSs in my truck. I got Rand McNally and I got Trucker Path. So if one doesn't look like it's right, I got the other one to fall back on. If I'm going to an area that looks sketch, I got two different systems that I can look up on to figure out the right way to go. That's my choice. You got some truckers out there that use Google Maps as their GPS system. That's their choice. To me, that's the dumbest thing in the world. Why? Because Google Maps GPS is based on somebody driving a car, not somebody driving a truck. So it's not going to tell you the roads that are restricted to trucks. It's not going to tell you where the low bridges are. It's not a trucker GPS. I mean, yeah, you can program it to show you where the travel stops are and things like that because regular cars use travel stops. And I'm not here to dictate to anybody how to drive your truck. The information I give you is based on my experience and what I'm doing. I can't talk about what anybody else is doing because I'm not in their truck. There are some people who are happy running teams. I will never, ever run teams. Why? The space in this truck is barely big enough for me. Now I'm going to share my truck with somebody who I don't know, only to find out they got bad habits. They don't like to shower. They throw trash everywhere. They're a mess. They will be out there on the side of the road. And I'll be dealing with a lawsuit. So, how everybody chooses to drive their truck, how everybody chooses to run their truck, that's on them. The one thing I always stress is if you decide to go public about how you run your truck, be honest. Put out honest information. But in today's society, we have too many people with a lack of character, with a lack of dignity, with a lack of backbone, and with too much entitlement. So they won't tell you the truth. They'll tell you what they want to tell you to make you pity them. And that's just how it is. And because that's the way it's geared, you got a whole lot of trolls that will come on there and make stupid comments as if they have the right. For example, I had another troll that came on my video, on the last video, demanding that I show him my bank account, my statements, what I'm making. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you that I gotta open up my private life to you? Am I filing for a loan from you? Are you paying my bills and subsidizing what I can't pay or something? Are you my wife? So who are you to demand that I open up my books to you? And I know the next comment that's coming from him is, well, if you ain't willing to open it up, what have you got to hide? I ain't got shit to hide. The fact is, what I'm making is none of your damn business. Reality. What I'm making is none of your business. Out of the respect for you guys to be able to validate the things that I'm saying because of all the negative BS out there and because of all the negative information out there, I did do a video where I broke down a load. An actual load showing you the Raycom, the whole nine. And then I showed you my statement for the week that included that load. So it's not like I'm keeping a secret from you. It's not like I'm lying to you. And just basic common sense says, if he can make this kind of money one week, then it is fathomable to believe that he can still make this kind of money every other week, or close to it, right? You're not gonna sit there and make $4,000 one week and make zero the next. That just doesn't make sense. You know? I saw another video this morning popped up on Bonehead Truckers. Again, he done found somebody else, some entitled person, and they suing the company. Now, if you notice, whenever he does these videos, he's always showing that somebody is suing the company. He never shows the videos about somebody sued the company and won. He always shows the videos about somebody suing the company. Nowadays, people sue for everything. I can sue my next door neighbor because he got an ugly ass wife. And every time she go outside, it lowers my property value because people got to look at that. It doesn't mean I win. It doesn't mean I'm right, but I can still sue them. Tell me I'm wrong. Nowadays, people sue for anything. And in suing for anything, sometimes they win. Because they just got a really good lawyer, and that really good lawyer is up against a dumbass lawyer because the company that put the dumbass lawyer wanted him to get his feet wet, and they thought it was a dumbass case. A classic example. The lady who burned herself with the cup of coffee from McDonald's. She sued McDonald's because the coffee was too hot. And she won. And she won. Now, let's break that down with common sense. She went to McDonald's to buy a hot cup of coffee. Right? So, she knew the coffee was hot because that's what she asked for. And then her clumsy ass spilled the coffee on herself. And she burned herself with this hot coffee. How is that McDonald's fault? She sued McDonald's. She got a really good lawyer, and she won. As a result, McDonald's had to turn down the temperatures on their coffee. So where you used to be able to get a hot cup of coffee, put it in your cup holder, fight with traffic, make your phone calls, deal with stuff, and then get to your office and have a hot cup of coffee, now you do all that and the coffee's cold by the time you get to work. Because of this clumsy lady who ordered a hot cup of coffee and spilled it on herself and did not feel that it was her fault. So she sued for it. And she won. That's the world we live in today. That is the world we live in today. And it's gotten worse. One of the things that he stresses on there is that they sued, part of their lawsuit is that they're not able to talk to the brokers. Okay? Several problems with that. Supposedly, Super Ego is bad because they don't let the drivers talk to the brokers. I worked for 2 other companies prior to Super Ego. Both of them would fire you if you tried to communicate with the brokers. Not one of them, both of them would fire you if you tried to communicate with the brokers. Now, driving for them, you making cents per mile. It don't matter what they getting from the broker because you're driving cents per mile. But if you communicated with the broker, they would fire you. I know a guy with the first company I worked with. He was worried about being late. He couldn't get a hold of the after hours department, so he got the number for the broker. Contacted them, let them know he was going to be late, thought he was doing a good thing, asked if they could push the appointment back. Sounds reasonable. He got a phone call the next day to turn his truck in. You're not allowed to communicate with the brokers. But on this Bonehead channel, these guys sued for it and tried to make it look like Super Ego is the only company that doesn't allow the drivers to talk to the brokers. Now, being honest, if you're watching this, chances are you're a trucker. You're working for somebody. You're working somewhere. What company contacts a driver and says, hey, here's the broker's information, hit them up? Exactly. But this is one of the things they sue for. Now, with that said, because we are running as an owner-operator, we get the same, what's the word I'm looking for? We get the same responsibilities and we get the same courtesies as an owner-operator. And one of those courtesies is we don't have a dictated drive plan. Our dispatchers, our fleet managers, whatever, they are not hitting us up to tell us how to run, to verify that we on the road, any of that stuff. And the brokers know it. So as a result, the brokers contact me. Hey, this is so-and-so from so-and-so logistics. I just want to let you know what your ETA is to pick up your load. I want to know what your ETA is on your delivery. I just want to see how you're doing. I see you're driving with rough weather. Is your ETA still going to be the same or is it going to change? I've had some hit me up and we just end up in general conversation. I've also had brokers hit me up and they tell me, okay, I know you got the rate com, I know you got this, I know you got that, but once you get there, call me and I'll give you the pickup number. First time that happened, I'm like, what? You mean you can't give me a pickup number till I get there? Well, we want to verify that you're there, so we'll send you the pickup number once you contact us to let us know that you're there. Okay. But yet, one of these things that these guys are suing for is that you don't have full transparency and you can't contact the broker. I just told you that's a lie. I got communications on my cell phone right now, directly from the broker. But with that said, let's look at the reality of the situation. If your dispatch is the one that's giving you the load, if your dispatch is the one that's giving you the details of the load, if it is up to you to qualify the load to say whether you want it or not, what is the need to talk to the broker? That's like going to McDonald's and ordering a Big Mac, but before they give you the Big Mac, you want to know and you want to talk to the suppliers of the ingredients for the Big Mac. Who does that? And because they will not give you the information to speak to the people who supplied the ingredients for the Big Mac, now you're going to sue them because they're hiding something. How much sense does that make? You sign the contract with the company, they're giving you the information for the load. You have the right to accept or not accept the load based on the information that you were given. But nah, you want to talk to the broker. You want to talk to the person who sold them the load. Why? If you go out, you buy your own truck, and you go get your own MC, unless you contract directly and specifically to a certain broker, you're still dealing with a dispatch service. You're still dealing with a logboard. You're still dealing with somebody that goes in between. Whether it's the logboard, the load board, on Truck Smarter, the load board on Trucker Path, the load board through Love's Truck Stop, whatever. You're still going through a load board. You're not calling the broker directly. Hey, Mr. Broker, this is so-and-so and so-and-so, and I want to see what kind of load you got for me today. Now, if you contract directly with a specific broker, like say you contract directly to Amazon, but even then, you're not dealing with Mr. Amazon himself. You're dealing with somebody who handles the loads. Right? But now you want to sue because they don't give you the information for the broker when they give you the rate card. If you actually request it, they give it to you. But 9 times out of 10, the broker's going to contact you. He's going to contact you to say, hey, we're on MacroPoint. Make sure you update your MacroPoint so we know where you are. They're going to put you on an automated system that hits you every day to update your location. They're going to call you with the AI assistant. Hey, this is so-and-so and so-and-so, and I am an AI person, and I just have a few questions for you. Or they're going to contact you with a live person. And as I recently found out, some of them will hold back the pickup number until you contact them to tell them that you're there. So yes, you can talk to the broker. Yes, you can communicate with the broker. But this is one of the things they sue him for. And this is why I say Bonehead puts out misinformation. He thrives on negativity. He thrives on what's going to get him hits. So if somebody comes up and they say such and such a company is messed up and they doing this and they doing that, based on their word, he makes a video. And then he got a whole lot of bandwagon whatevers jumping on his job on misinformation. You know, he's got videos interviewing with drivers like the one that I told you. Dude requested hours and they gave it to him. That's a messed up company. If you didn't want the hours, why did you request them? They didn't make you run the hours. And the reality of that situation is, who's driving the truck? You or them. So even if they gave you hours when you didn't want them, pull over. Stop at your truck stop. Do your 10-hour break. I know for a fact that they don't do that, but let's say they did. What, during that 10-hour period that you take a break, they're going to fly someone out to you, kick you off your truck so they can finish their load? Come on, man. And then you also got to ask yourself, what is this driver doing that's so messed up that the company feels, according to him, that they need to get on him about driving the hours to get to the place? See what I mean? People tell on themselves. As they're trying to make somebody else look bad, they're making themselves look bad. This company got 4,000 trucks on the road, give or take. Do you think that they on their phone calling 4,000 drivers every day, hey man, you gotta drive, you gotta drive, you gotta drive, you gotta drive? Really? But yet this driver admittedly is getting phone calls. So what makes this driver stand out that somebody has to contact him to say, you need to drive? If he was driving like he was supposed to and he was doing like he was supposed to, do you think he would get that phone call? But there are company drivers. I know firsthand. I used to hear it all the time in the company meetings where drivers are constantly late. And their driver manager is on the phone calling them up and do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. I didn't get those phone calls. So what are these drivers doing to warrant the phone calls? I'm hearing in the meetings, yeah, we got guys, instead of driving out their clock, they drive 4 hours, 5 hours and stop at a truck stop and take a 10. They get back on the road, they drive another 4 or 5 hours, they see a truck stop and they take a 10. And because of that, we got people that are showing up late all the time for their deliveries. People who do stuff like that warrants that phone call. So, you know, I get people that come at me, they tell me, you're lying because you're saying that you're making all this money, you're saying that you're doing all this. And I know somebody personally that was driving all week and wasn't making no money. Okay. Did that person that you know personally show you his rate cards? Did that person that you know personally show you and explain to you why he wasn't making any money? Well, no, but I believe him. But you're gonna come to me and you're gonna ask for proof. How about go back to him, ask him to see his rate comms, qualify those loads like I have told you guys many times on here how to qualify a load. And I bet you, I put $100 on the table right now, you'll be able to see why your buddy who wouldn't lie to you didn't make any money. I've talked to guys and they tell me, well, the load says it's paying $4,000. That means I'm supposed to get $4,000 and I'm not getting the $4,000 at the end of the week. Really? So I'm guessing you didn't take the class on how to make money with the company when you signed up. Nah, what do I need a class for? That class ain't gonna tell me nothing I don't already know. Well, the first thing it would have told you is $4,000 ain't $4,000. The first thing it would have told you is that 25% of that load goes to the company. To cover your dispatch services, to cover your paperwork services, to cover the staff that they have assigned to you to help you run your business. That's the first thing it would have taught you. Next thing it would have taught you is how to calculate your fuel expenses, because your fuel expenses come out of that settlement. The next thing it would have taught you while it's doing that is how to properly qualify a load to see if you got any money and what you are actually making the load. Nah, man, nah. If it's ain't $4,000, I'm supposed to make $4,000. This is their truck, this is their company. They supposed to pay for the fuel. Really? So all the services that you get and all the stuff that you get, you're saying that it's supposed to be free. And you're not making cents per mile. You're being paid by the load. And all the money that the load is paying, you're supposed to get. And because you're not getting all the money the load is supposed to be paying, the company is scamming you. This is what you're saying. Well, yeah, man, come on. you need to go back to work for a company. Because clearly, this ain't for you. But this is the same type of person that's trying to file a lawsuit. And this is the same type of person that Bonehead is trying to talk to do an interview with, saying, I got proof Super Ego was scamming their people. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So I get a lot of people that talk to me and they say, well, how come you got all these people saying all this bad stuff, but yet you're the only one that's talking good? I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. There are a lot of videos out there that are talking good. The problem is when you search Super Ego, the videos that are watched most are the videos that come up. Videos that are watched most are the negative videos. It's the society we live in. Somebody says bad stuff, everybody takes it for what it is, and that's got to be the truth. Somebody says good stuff, and they ask for proof. I want to see what you're making every week. Really? So because those are the videos that are most searched, those are the videos that come up. Because those are the videos you click on, those are the videos that become part of your algorithm. And because those videos become part of your algorithm, that's what you see the most of. That's what comes up left and right. Just the way it is. But you search successful people with Super Ego on YouTube, or wherever it is that you're looking stuff up, and you start clicking on a few of those, and you see an algorithm will change. And then you start to get the videos that will pop up of people doing live interviews and people doing their own videos, talking about how they're doing well at Super Ego, why they're doing well at Super Ego, and things they recommend you do so that you can do well at Super Ego as well. And because there are a lot of people who are doing well at Super Ego, influencers like Bonehead don't want to talk to them. Don't nobody want to hear about somebody doing good. Everybody want to hear about somebody doing bad. Somebody crying. Somebody complaining. And then they want to jump on that bandwagon. And at this point, with all the followers he has and all the stuff that he has, YouTube is paying him. He's probably getting a nice little salary from YouTube right now. So because that's what gives him the hits, that's what he's going to post. Eventually, somebody's going to hit him with a lawsuit. It's called defamation of character. When you put out information that is not real, that is not true, based on somebody else's say-so about a company that is defamatory, the term is defamation of character. And I'm sure there are a few other terms that can be included with that. And then he's going to have a lawsuit. And then people are going to say, well, what is your proof for this lawsuit? Go directly to his videos. The proof is right there. Go directly to his videos. The proof is right there. At that point, what's he going to say? Oh, I was just repeating what I was told. I didn't say this was factual or not. You still made a video on it. You still put it out there. Defamation of character. So, as I've told you guys before, I'm not getting paid for this. I don't ask anybody for any money for this. I have no benefit to doing this. None whatsoever. The reason why I do this is because when I came to Super Ego, I almost didn't come because of all the negativity that was out there. I almost missed my opportunity because of all the negative videos and all the negative information that was out there. And then, like I told y'all before, I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, this company's been around for how many years? If there ain't nobody making money here, if there everybody getting screwed here, how the hell is this company still in business? And then I actually started paying attention to the videos. Like the obvious one that I mention all the time. Dude went home, called Super Ego, told him that he quit. And then the company took his truck before he could get stuff out of his truck. Well, if you knew that you were going to call them to tell them that you quit, why didn't you take your stuff out of your truck before you made the phone call? But this is what he says in his video. And he got all kinds of bandwagon. Oh yeah, that's right. That's messed up, dude. That's messed up, dude. Blah, 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 blah. The reality is, Super Ego did not know you were going to quit until you called them to tell them that you were going to quit. If you knew that you were going to call them and tell them that you were going to quit, why didn't you take your stuff out of your truck before you made that phone call? Now the company's at fault because they went and got their equipment? The more videos I saw, the more I could apply that same type of common sense. And I'm like, you an idiot. Like the dude that got a truck from one of his drivers. And his driver couldn't make any money. So they took the truck back. Several months later, this dude went and got a truck himself and couldn't make any money. Oh, wait a minute. Your company is so big that you have drivers? Why are you leasing a truck in the first place? Why are you putting your driver in a Super Ego truck? Why don't you have your own trucks? Why don't you lease directly from one of these companies like Ryder or one of those guys to have trucks for your drivers? That's my first question. My next question is, you trying to impress yourself as a successful trucker, as a successful businessman in trucking because you have drivers, but yet you as a successful man can't figure out how to make money for your driver? Something ain't right. So you take the truck back, and you as a businessman, as a trucker, as somebody who hires drivers, you go to Super Ego to lease a truck for yourself? Where's your truck? Something wrong with this equation. Something wrong with this equation. But yet he's on his video, just all out, in front of a Super Eagle truck, and people are on his bandwagon. So, and ain't nobody asking them for proof. Ain't nobody asking them for proof. Because they said it, everybody want to relate this story to it, and it's factual. I tell you guys honestly, this ain't for everybody. You have never once heard me say, come to Super Eagle. As far as trying to promote anything, you have never heard me say, like and subscribe to my channel, like all these other fools do. Never. I get no benefit from this. None. You guys have heard me talk bad about Super Ego. You guys have heard me talk good about Super Ego. My main focus is this is how you make money at Super Ego. This is what you have to do if you decide to come here to make money at Super Ego. And if you have any problems, hit me up. I'm here for you. I'll help you out. These are the things that you hear me say. So clearly, I have no benefit. What do I get out of this? Like I said, when I came here, there was a whole lot of misinformation. But because of Alfredo Manning, I took the chance. Once I got here, there was a lot of things that Alfredo didn't talk about that I found out the hard way. I said, heck with it. I'll hustle through it. I'll figure it out. I'll make it happen. And I did. So the information that I did not receive when I came here, I'm putting out. As well as the information that I did receive before I came here, I'm putting out. So when you guys come out here and you step in the water, dude already said that there's alligators and crocodiles. I know I need to wear my hip boots and carry me something to keep them alligators and crocodiles away. You've never heard me say this is a perfect company. You never heard me say this is the only company out there where you can make money. You never heard me say any of that. I've been honest with you. I've been straight up and down with you. Take the information for what it's worth. Take the information for what it's worth. Everybody was asking for proof that I'm making money, proof that I'm doing what I say I can do, proof that you could do something good with the company. So I gave you proof. All these people that are coming on here trolling have yet to show any proof to back up what they say. And you know why they won't? Is because either one, it doesn't exist, because they talking about what somebody else was talking about, what somebody else said. Or two, if it's the actual person that they show proof, they know that I can show them what they did wrong. I can take their proof, I can circle it, I can highlight it, I can show them what they did wrong. So they won't show proof. But yet they want me to open up my bank accounts. Seriously? My bills are paid. My wife is happy. My kids got what they need. My grandkids got what they need. And I live in California. That's one of the most expensive states, expensive areas to live in the United States. Behind areas like Hawaii and San Francisco. I live in San Diego. My bills are paid. Whenever my wife gets time off, if I ain't got a run to get me back home, she flies out to me. Her airfare is covered, out and back. When she flies out to me, we go do up the town. We done been to museums, we done been to botanical gardens, we done been to nice restaurants. In fact, one of the best restaurants she went to, I'm gonna send a shout out, Cattlemen's and Stockyards in Oklahoma. They got the best steak. My goodness, they got the best steak. They got a waiter there named BJ. Happy dude. I go see that dude every time I go through there. I done been to the Brickyards. We done been all over. Whatever steak that she comes to, she's got a gift for this. Whatever steak that she comes to where I'm at, she's got a way of finding out what the attractions are for the state. She's got a way of finding out what's going on, what kind of parties, what kind of whatever, entertainment-wise, is going on. And we take a full day. I shut down, and that's what we do. Dude said, you don't take no 34s. Guess what I'm doing while we do that? Taking a 34. I went to a margarita tasting, a party they had going on out there in Denver because she found it. I was off all day into the next day. Who cares? Let's go get some margaritas. I had all kinds of flavors of margaritas. That'd be a good time. If I wasn't making no money, see what I'm saying? Just recently, I took a week off. We did New York and DC. In New York, we got a hotel. We did Central Park. We did the pedicab and all that shit. Went to nice restaurants. We went to DC, stayed with family, took her out to see the sights, got pictures with her at the monument, the Lincoln Memorial, the reflective pool, all that stuff. Went to nice restaurants. Couldn't do that stuff if I wasn't making no money. If I wasn't making no money, I'd be sweating my bills. I'd be sweating how I'm going to pay my mortgage. If I wasn't making no money, I wouldn't be here. But y'all see me every day. Every time I do a video, I'm doing good. Y'all don't ever see me. Man, oh my God, oh, fuck all that shit. First off, if I was doing bad, I wouldn't do a video. Why the hell would I advertise that my life ain't right? I mean, let's be real. If you was doing bad, if you lost your place to live, if you was homeless, if you was living rags, not riches, would you be making a video advertising the fact that you as a man can't take care of yourself? And that's what it comes down to. All these videos that they making, they saying they can't take care of themselves. They blaming somebody else. The bottom line is their livelihood is whose responsibility? Is it super egos? Is Super Ego responsible for the way that everybody out there lives? No. You're responsible for how you live. And like I said, there was a time where if somebody got a job and they didn't feel like they liked it, they didn't feel like they was making the money they should have made, they gonna look to work somewhere else. They don't make videos. They just go work somewhere else. They might share that they couldn't do well at a company with their family. When they go to the next employer, and the next employer asks, well, why did you leave this company? They might share that with them. But do you think that they was out there publicly? Oh man, I can't support myself? Hell no. You had people out there broke. But just so nobody else knew it, they would still go buy a 6-pack or a case and invite guys over to watch the football game. They didn't advertise that they wasn't making no money. Times are different now. I ain't making no money and it's their fault. And I've seen it firsthand. There was a time when I drove for Uber. And I did well with Uber. I did very well with Uber. I moved up to the max potential as a driver with Uber. Meanwhile, I'm watching guys out there that was out there driving when I first started. Still talking about you can't make no money with Uber. Uber's a scam. And I tell them reality. I see y'all declining rides all day long. Uber sending you rides and you declining them all day long. Sitting in your lawn chair in the parking lot at the airport, waiting for that good ride. Declining rides all day long. When you could be running 4 or 5 rides an hour. Oh man, but those don't pay nothing. Those don't pay nothing. If one ride pays $5, you do 4 or 5 of them an hour, you're making $20, $25 an hour, right? You do 10 hours, that's $200, $250 a day. But yet at the end of the day, you asking me to borrow gas money so that you can get home. You're making $200, $250 a day, you can make your own gas money, right? And as you asking me, and I'm watching you decline these rides, if you can't make money to put gas in your own vehicle, what makes you think that? What makes me think that you're gonna pay me back as I'm loaning you money to put gas in your vehicle off the money that I made doing the same thing that you doing, driving for Uber? Do you think that these people got up there and said, well, I'm declining rides all day and I ain't making no money? No, they got up there and said, I should be an employee. Uber is scamming me. I put in all these hours and I ain't making no money. Sound familiar? There was all kinds of lawsuits against Uber too. The majority of them, they lost. They had that big thing in California trying to make all Uber drivers employees. The people voted. They lost. The people voted and they lost. That means that with all that noise that you heard, there was enough drivers out there that was making their paper and they wasn't complaining. And they voted against it. And they outnumbered the people that was complaining. They lost. But yet they filed lawsuits. They filed lawsuits. They got so big that they got the government involved. And they lost. And the same things people are saying about Uber are the same things that people are saying about Super Ego. The same things that people, I've been out here all week and I ain't making no money. There's lawsuits filed. The company's bad because somebody filed a lawsuit. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. So anyway, when I speak on realities. I speak on the way it is. I don't color it up. I don't color it down. Straight up and honest with you, and I can back up everything I say. You come at me like you my wife, I want to know what you're really making. You ain't my wife. Answer's no. There is nothing out there that gives you, Joe, whatever the hell you are, the right to invade my personal privacy like that. Nothing. If I was coming to you for a loan for $1 million and you want to see my income, justifiable. But I ain't coming to you to ask you for nothing. And that's just reality. I ain't telling nobody to come here based on what I say. I ain't telling nobody to stay away from here based on what I say. So no, I will not open up my financial breakdown for you. No. If you watch one of my videos and you want to comment on what I say about a video, be it negatively or positively, I welcome it. But you want to watch one of my videos and you want to comment about airplanes and ashtrays, but I ain't saying nothing about airplanes and ashtrays? Really? And they're going to use my words against me, make it make sense. Well, first off, in my video, I didn't say anything about that. Nothing about that whatsoever. So as far as make it make sense, your comment already doesn't make any sense. So, and what you guys choose to listen to, that's up to you. That's a decision you got to make for yourself. If you guys want to watch my videos and you want to think I'm full of shit, that's up to you. That's your decision. And I'm okay with that. You know why I'm okay with that? Because I've already said this ain't for everybody. I've already let you know I don't get paid for this. So what you do and what you don't do doesn't affect me. If you come here and you start struggling or whatever, or you got questions, yeah, I've made myself available. Hit me up. Help my long day on this road go by better. Once I get you up to speed, I know you're going to be making your money and you're going to be happy and you're going to be good. Whether you make videos or not is up to you, but I know that you're going to be talking to people that are coming at you because they're going to see that great big Super Ego on the trailer and they're going to be like, I don't know about your dude, I don't know about this, I don't know about that, but I'm doing good. And if you're doing good, I did my job. Another success story is Superhuman. One more person on the front lines against the battle of the bullshit. We get enough people that know what they're doing, making money. People like Bonehead ain't got shit to say. And if people like Bonehead ain't got shit to say, the negativity disappears. Do I have stock options in the company? No. Do I care? Really, no. As long as I can make my money, I'm good. But it is really annoying every place I go where somebody's coming at me with stupidity. I don't want to be rude and ignore them, because next thing you know, that will be on a video. Oh yeah, I tried to talk to the dude and he cussed me out, blew me off. That's how unhappy he is a superhero. So I entertain him. I tell him the truth. And somehow that never ends up in the video. Even though they're recording, that never ends up in the video. Because that doesn't support the negativity that they're trying to promote. Go figure. Anyway, that's enough on that. You guys be safe out there. Whatever you guys decide to do, once again, I'm here. I got my email down there. Contact me. Hit me up. Chop it up. It's all good. Until next time.